So thank you so much, Casey, for this wonderful presentation this morning for the travel fair. Welcome, Mark again, travel advisors. And as you've seen, Breeze Travel covers so much of the Caribbean. So one of the things I wanted to talk about now was when it comes to multi-destination. As we said before, one Caribbean, many experiences. And I think it has always been very difficult for American or North American travel advisors to do multi-destination packaging, because imagine you come into, let's say, St. Lucia and you want to go to Martinique, 15 minutes away. I mean, why can't a travel agent do that in one booking? You go to Barbados, St. Vincent is like what, 20 minutes away. You go to Antigua, St. Kitts is a few minutes away. So there is so much more that we could do when it comes to multi-destination, and Breeze Travel have just made that so easy for travel advisors to be able to do. So talk to us about multi-destination packages, One Caribbean, so many experiences.
Definitely. Thanks a lot, Kelly. You're so right. It's been always one of my biggest peeves of traveling to the Caribbean over the years. In terms of trying to get from one destination to another, historically has been not only a challenge, but we were very limited for many years in terms of what the options were. Not many people think about the options that are available, whether it's using one of the smaller local airlines. Liat's always there. We have Intercaribbean, we have Caribbean Airlines, but obviously the transportation between the islands has always been a challenge. That being said, I think there has been progress in that area, and we've seen a lot of the destinations introducing ferries that add to the experience on a whole. And it's almost a shame that when a traveler comes down to the Caribbean, that they have all of these experiences at their fingertip. And we always say many experiences, one destination, that being the Caribbean. But it's so difficult that they can only ever experience one at a time. So that was one of the things that we wanted to make sure that we were able to, a hurdle we wanted to help overcome. And we worked with a lot of the destinations in terms of finding different ways and the different routes that you can utilize to go from one destination to another, so that you can have similar or combined experiences. And as a customer or as a traveler, you're coming away with a completely different perspective of what the Caribbean has to offer. One of the easy examples I like to utilize is someone who enjoys kite surfing. If I'm a kite surfer, an avid kite surfer, I can go to Barbados. I can go down to the Grenadines into Union. I can go to Tobago and right next door to Trinidad. And all of these destinations are literally less than an hour. I'm talking about, in some cases, 15 minutes away. Why should I have to fly all the way to the Caribbean to just kite surf on one beach? When I have so many different options on my doorstep. And that's one of the things that we wanted to be able to introduce, because a lot of travel agents, may you be located in Europe, Canada, the US, or even in Latin America, you may not be familiar that these opportunities are there, or you might think that ecotourism is only available in Dominica. Whereas there's a huge ecotourism in Trinidad. There's ecotourism in St. Vincent. So one of the goals that we had in terms of creating our new platform, Caribbean Travel and Tours, was to be able to provide that content and highlight that content to travel agents, so that they are more aware of the opportunities that they can then share with their clients. But not only that, we wanted to be able to take it one step further and curate some of those opportunities for them.
Okay,
And the
go
last
ahead.
step, and the last step being, of course, whereby we wanted to be able to allow them to curate them on their own once they are more familiar with the destinations as well.
Okay, I was going to say, especially when it comes to the different experiences, and I know, like earlier in your presentation, you spoke about Carnival, and I know the carnivals are all different times of year for for each destination. But there are other festivals like Dye Festival and Food Festival. I mean, there's just so much going on that you can come and experience, and you can just do one trip and go to different destinations. Island hopping, and see so much.
No, exactly. Island hopping at its best. You can create in terms of just the food alone and each destination. You can create a trip in terms of around that, so that you can have different culinary experiences. Learn how to. Each island has their own unique dish. being able to learn and experience how to even take it from, you know, from farm to plate, right? That's an experience on its own. Wellness is something a lot of people are very interested in, especially because as a result of COVID, in terms of their health. We're better to experience it. We're better to recuperate from any sort of stress relief or any sort of impact, health impact, experience, activity that's impacted your health. And in the Caribbean, fresh fruits, fresh food, plus you can see multiple destinations, fresh air, there's less and less toxins in the air, generally speaking, than if you're living in a New York City or a London, right? So taking advantage of all of those things within the within one trip is something that gives a huge opportunity to travel agents to sell. We're very used to doing Latin American, you know, backpacking trips, or going to Europe and doing multiple cities, or doing road trips across the US, or going east to west in Canada on a train journey. Why not do the same thing when you're selling a trip to the Caribbean?
Fantastic, so exciting. So you're going to show us a little bit more about what we could do when it comes to multi-destination. So I will give you.
Yeah, sure, definitely. Sure, definitely. I do apologize. I'm just recovering from COVID myself, so I do apologize for the cough.
You need to get back to the Caribbean to recover properly, please.
I'll be down there as soon as possible. I'll be down there as soon as possible, willing and able. So yes, let me give you a quick example, and I'll just show you some of the things that we actually have pre-set up in terms of multi-destination trips. So I'm going to just share my screen, and then I'll show you, after I show you some samples, I'll also show you how easy it is to actually make a booking within the system. So this is an example for Carnival, which is a 13-night, 14-day Carnival explosion within Barbados and Grenada, which actually have carnivals back to back. This is another example here that I have of Tobago and Grenada. This is a really good one. It's 7 nights and 8 days, and it's including the properties, your accommodation. It's including some culture, and allows you to enjoy and see the destination. But as a travel agent, you don't have to worry about figuring out what dates and times the connecting flights are. We've taken that hassle away from you, so that we can provide you with a preset multi-destination package that you can easily book. Now, you ask the question, okay, how do I do this? And that's why we actually built Caribbean Travel and Tours. And I'm going to actually go into the actual platform so you can see how easy it is to actually make a booking. So as an agent, once you have you're logged into the system, you can actually very easily take a look at any of the packages that we've pre set up. So for example, this is a 7-night trip. That's New York to Tobago and to St. Lucia, multi-destination package. But if you just wanted to do a single individual trip on its own, you can also very easily do that and build your own a la carte from our a la carte options. So you can book accommodation or experience only, and you have the option of doing that with a flight as well. So in this scenario, I will just select a flight from Miami, and I'm going to go to Curacao to actually do a live and learn package. I'm going to actually just select here, all properties. I haven't decided which one is yet. I'm going to select the dates, the 16th to the 23rd. So 7-day trip. And I'm booking for 2 people. If I had there were promos or specials on, that would actually showcase that at that point in time. So once I've done a search, and this is in real time, so I'm not going to make a full booking, but I'll actually take you through to the end stage. Now, what this system is doing right now is it's going through all of our properties and availability that's live inventory within Curacao. And it's pulling up the properties that are available at this point in time, just like you would on an Expedia or any other booking platform. And I'll show you where we stand out a little bit in terms of allowing you to book an experience. These are the properties that are available for the specific dates. So we have over 20 properties in Curacao, but these dates are high season. So these are the ones that have been shown as available. I can look at more information, the different room types, any packages that are available. I can look at the detailed pictures. As you can see, we really focus on content to make sure that you have the visuals necessary to be able to showcase them to your customers as well. And information in terms of the property, just general details, as well as any information in terms of the rooms themselves. So you can actually see the information on the rooms, the capacity, how many adults can stay in that specific room, the amenities of that room. But those are very basic things. So what I really want to get into showing you is how do you book an experience. So once I've selected the hotel, which is a Villa Beach, and I've decided to select the Octagon Deluxe room, the next thing that is going to inquire if I want to actually add a tour or activity to that actual booking. So now it's seen what tours are available for that during my stay. So I can look at a menu of different tours and activities that are available and have inventory for that period of time that I'm going to be in Curacao. Once I'm at this point, I can actually select any of the tours that I wish to, and I can schedule them in right away. And I can decide that I'm going to go to this one on the 19th at 8 a.m. and I'm going to do it on my own. But on my on the city and shopping tour, I'm going to also select that one, and my wife's going to go with me because she wants to do some shopping for some gifts while she's in Curacao. And we've added that now to my package. So as you can see, my accommodations and my tours have been itemized within my shopping basket. Now, very seamlessly, I can now select my flight. It already knows that I'm flying from Miami. So it's going to show all of the airlines that are available. It's going to show the ones that are direct, indirect, so multiple stops if you wanted to along the way. And in this case, I'm going to go with American Airlines so I can collect my points. It's already selected it because it's the best option available. And I can see that my flights have been thrown into my shopping basket, and I can easily view the itinerary if I wish to. Once I've done that, the process from there on is very simple. I go to checkout. And once I get onto the checkout stage, it will just ask me for the general details in terms of the name of the customer that I'm booking this for. And obviously, because there's a flight involved, there's going to be some terms and conditions that need to be checked. And then based on your the tier that you are with Caribbean Travel and Tours, you can either be invoiced for this, and then you can invoice your client, or you can actually input a credit card and payment will be taken at that time. So it's pretty straightforward to do this. And it's the same process that goes for a multi-destination, where you can just simply add an additional hotel to the actual trip. And if you have any questions of how you can actually utilize the platform, it's actually pretty simple. All you need to do is go into our beta website at Caribbean Travel and Tours. And at the bottom, there's a couple areas. You can go to travel agents. And travelers, you can make an inquiry if you want more questions, you have any questions, or you can easily come to the bottom here, and I will share this link later on where you can easily register your travel or your individual self as a travel agent with us, and we'll get you set up within the system. Any questions?